Hi guys, Sylvia here with Wealth Builders Realty. The first week in April brought about many new changes to the Treasure Valley, but I would argue that SB 1141, which bans people from sleeping in public spaces or in their cars, had the strongest reaction. This bill, which was signed into law by the governor on April 1st, basically states that it is a crime to sleep in your car or anywhere in public in any city with a population of 100,000 people or more. Currently, that affects Boise, Meridian, and Nampa here in the Treasure Valley. Any city that refuses to enforce this ban could face a $10,000 civil penalty. Now, the idea behind this bill to keep people off the streets is not new. In fact, the city of Boise has an ordinance that would ticket people if they chose to sleep in public instead of going to the shelter with space available. However, proponents of this bill argue that the city was not enforcing this ordinance and was inadvertently making the problem worse. Opponents of the bill pointed out that passing this bill did nothing to address the root problem, which, of course, begs the question, what is at the root of the growing number of homeless population in Boise? Well, my friends, that is the million-dollar question. Is it drugs? Is it mental illness? Is it a severe increase in housing costs? It could be any or all of them, or even something entirely different. However, as the homeless population increases in cities like Boise and encampments continue to grow, proponents argue the importance of not letting Idaho cities be the next Portland, Seattle, or even Los Angeles. Now, as someone who lived in California for almost 40 years and traveled up and down that state extensively, I can tell you that letting the homeless population grow without intervention can be very problematic for the state and its inhabitants. Now, as a realtor in the Boise, Idaho area, I can tell you that many of the reasons cited for people leaving states like California, Oregon, and Washington for states like Idaho almost invariably included some version of a homelessness crisis happening at home. This in turn brought about higher property crimes, more incidents of assault, and a general sense of less safety for those who ultimately ended up moving. Now, as I mentioned at the start, this bill was signed into law. Stay tuned as the enforcement of it plays out. What do you think will happen? Comment below.